Good afternoon and welcome to the Powerful Group. We are the world's first ROI-based collaboration and networking platform, connecting high-profile entrepreneurs with visionary investors. Our goal is to create 50,000 job opportunities by investing in 2,500 businesses in the next 3 years. I am Ms. Vasu Pawar, CEO founder of Step to Step Up Incorporated, a US-based nonprofit organization built on the foundation of humanity, with a vision to fulfill the entrepreneurial dreams of our young adults. Also, the founder of Powerful Group. I am so excited to introduce our guest today, Dr. Michelle Mras, who brings to light every aspect of our gloomy thoughts. I love listening to her podcast, as she always brightens up the day and makes you think special about yourself. She always wakes up from these life-threatening challenges with a beautiful smile and a very inspiring person, and she's the most influential person in Filipino. My question to Dr. Michelle Mras, first of all, is a very warm welcome to you on our platform, and my invitation, despite your trauma that you went through. And so amazed to thank you, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation.
You're welcome.
Your professional background has been multi-faceted. PhD in entrepreneurology, marketing, engineering, systems management, radio programs and podcasts, hundreds of podcasts and all that stuff. And you've also released musical albums, and you have graced the TEDx stage every single time. Why did you decide to amalgamate into so many avenues? Were you on a mission to chase your destination through this journey?
I had no intention to do any of this. All I wanted to be was an engineer, and life just kept taking me in different directions. And as you know, as engineering, when I came out of school, I didn't finish my degree, but that's what my knowledge was. And when I came out, if you miss 6 months of school, you're out. You don't know any engineering anymore. If you didn't go straight into the field, you're out. You're so behind so quickly. So I moved into marketing, and I kept going. What I do is I keep trying new things. And when I tried, I didn't just try it and stop. I did it and went, "Ooh, I'm really good at this. Yeah, but I like that better." And so I just kept moving. I believe that you become the best version of you by exploring things outside of your normal field, because we don't know what we don't know, right? If I stayed in engineering, I would have thought I was only a numbers person and stayed there forever. And here I am speaking around the world, inspiring people. I found the real me by going outside of what people thought I was. That's why I try everything. That's why I do everything.
That's amazing. That's almost sort of connecting with my own story, where I started as a systems analyst and get switched into finance. It is kind of an interesting story, just like what you said. And that's when I found myself too. That's when I knew what my passion was itself. So you're absolutely right about that, Michelle. Now, you have won so many awards, from cultural to global award-winning keynote, the Inspirational Women of Excellence Award, and so many more. Now, what drew my attention was the first Survivors Award. Could you tell our viewers about what that is about? And that special award means a lot to me, and I'm sure it will mean a lot to our audience as well.
That was given to me by the Power of Pink. And I was the first Survivor Award because I survived breast cancer. And this organization started, and they were recognizing women from different fields and different upcomings. So entrepreneur, the young entrepreneur, they were doing all this. But the passion of the founder, her best friend passed from breast cancer. And so she wanted to honor women who have made it through breast cancer in some way, shape, or form. So she created the Power of Pink, and that's her big summit that she does in Las Vegas. And I was the first one to get the award for the Survivor Award. And the award's huge. I mean, you can see the top of it, but it's a huge red flame. And when she handed it to me, I was like, oh, like a brick, 10 bricks. But it means a lot to me, because breast cancer, people do, "Oh, you had breast cancer. That's terrible. Are you in remission?" What they don't realize is breast cancer doesn't just go away. There's a lot of struggle through fighting it and surviving it. And even when you survive it, you always have this little thing on your shoulder doing, you might want to get checked again. Oh,
Oh,
what's
yes,
that?
yes.
And so to be considered a survivor, I told her we need to change the name to Thriver, because every day we are surviving. But to thrive is to move beyond just surviving and keep living a big, full life, despite knowing you've got that little creature watching your back all the time.
Wow, that's amazing. I love your story really, because there's so many people who go through this breast cancer, even surgeries they have. Some make it and some don't, as and it is so inspiring to know that you kept your positive into it and got out of that thing. Now, I know for sure that you are the survivor of multiple life-threatening challenges, from traumatic brain injury to breast cancer, and no, the most recent stroke that you had and the surgery that's going to follow. Your goal is to help others achieve the best version of themselves. Does this mission have any correlationship with your personal challenges? And how do you use these personal challenges to change the lives of others?
That's every reason why I do what I do. When I had my brain injury, I was locked in my mind for over 2 years. And even when I started walking and talking again, I would still have relapses. But even in my relapses, I was going to therapy and watching other people with brain injuries, and they were miserable and sad and depressed, and they couldn't work, and they had it so locked in their mind of all the things they couldn't do. And the neurologist looked at me and she said, "What makes you different? Why are you smiling at me while everyone else is upset or crying or angry?" And I said, "I stopped looking back and worrying about what I don't remember. I only look forward to the things I know I can try and do." I stopped looking back. And what she said was, wow, what a huge revelation. People who were having trouble were so focused on what they lost,
Yeah.
trying to find it, that they were being miserable. I went, it's gone. Let me find out what new thing can I do? And so that's what got me really started in the whole speaking world and inspiring, because I realized that people get locked in their I couldn'ts, I would'ves, I wished I could'ves, all of the past tense words. And
Yes.
I'm thriving.
Negative words. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thriving because I'm letting that go and I'm starting a new path. And if some memories come back, great. But if they don't, they weren't meant to be. And so I started speaking inspiration because I realized people needed to know that even with losing 3 parts of I had 4 parts: frontal lobe, over my left ear, back of my head, and my colostrum disconnected my brain sides. So I was pretty damaged, but here I am. So I thought, if I could share that message of hope and love and loving yourself through the pain, I could change and help lives be better. So that's what I did.
Michelle, I think you're absolutely right, because it's a hope that lets us go into into the tomorrow. And we keep building ourselves on the negatives, and absolutely not. There's no step up there. Like as they say, the world is always moving. You either go backwards or forwards, and you make that decision at that time. I want to go forward and not go backwards. And you said it right, Michelle. Absolutely right. But I know that you travel the globe to spread the message of living a full life of intention through motivational speeches and through coaching. Do you think that that most people in the world find excuses for not being able to follow their dreams, or do they always wait for that tomorrow as being the perfect time? And it seems like that's not the way you look at life from what you're telling me. So could you shed some light on that?
I meet people from all around the world, and no matter what language they speak, what country they're in, their biggest excuse is, "I can't because."
Yes.
And I think, because of what? Because you choose to hold on to that? So people are always waiting for tomorrow. And what I learned with my brain injury, when I got hit by that, I was in a car accident. I realized that sometimes there isn't a tomorrow. We are not promised tomorrow. So if you want to do something, if there's a download into your mind to do something, you need to start making movements on it now. Yeah. Because if you wait, there may not be a tomorrow. If I waited for me to be completely healed from my brain injury, you would not be speaking to this woman right now, because I'm still in it. I still collapse. I still black out. but I'm still traveling the world. I'm doing it at the same time. And so by training and teaching other people, don't wait for tomorrow what you can start today.
Yeah.
I've helped change lives and give inspiration to be the best version of you unapologetically.
Yes.
Don't wait till tomorrow.
Absolutely right. And even when kids, they choose their careers and even the professional side of it, also, they always, like, I know one thing about women, like, they always, see, there are like 10 criterias for that position that they're applying for, right? Our women, they want to make sure that all 10 are, yes, ticked correct. They don't have the guts to say that I don't know 5 of them, I don't care, I'm going to get the job.
Yes.
That was my objective when I went for an interview. And there would be hundreds of women or men sitting there for that job, right? And I would look around and say, that is my job. Nobody's taking it away from me. And you have to have that confidence in yourself, And I think it's so nice of you to build that confidence in so many different ways, because that's what's important. Hey, this is my job, I'm going to take it. Or this is my life, it's for me to live,
Yes.
So,
I did the same thing. I would apply for jobs. Actually, the job I had when I got hit by the car, it was a political job.
yes.
And I didn't know anything. I mean, I knew some things about politics,
Right.
but I went in and said, whatever you need me to learn, I'm smart. I can learn it. And I ended up getting the job, even when I didn't know anything.
See, yes, absolutely.
You're like, okay, you're confident. Yeah, you can do this. And then they taught me and I learned it.
I think some people need that push, from people like us, right? To motivate them. And you're doing a fantastic job, Michelle, in that. Now, you have authored several books.
Yeah.
Hold My Crown, Unapologetic, and then you have this Pearls of Wisdom, and It Is Not Luck Overcoming You. Most of the books seem to be very related to all your personal experiences in life that you have built these books from. What knowledge did you want to impart to your readers? And which one of these books is your most favorite one, and why?
Okay, the basic line that I give out to the people in all of these books is, you can do it. Whatever is in your mind, stop. The only thing that's holding you back is you. My favorite book of all of it is Unapologetic.
Yes.
The one with the lioness on it.
Yes.
And the reason I love it is because it's my journal. My husband printed my journal. So what I've done is I would always write down things that I learned. So like, let's go back to students. I was in the debate club. What I learned from that was, you can pick you can debate if you believe it or not. You can support something if you believe it or not. Because in debate, they would just give you the subject and you had to, it didn't matter what your opinion was, you had to fight for that side that they told you.
Correct.
I'm really good at looking at that kind of thing. So in my book, I wrote, this is what I learned about being in debate club. You can be challenged and support and fight for whatever cause you want, but everyone has another side to it. And so I give my pros and cons of everything from elementary school to, sports I played, to different classrooms that I went to, teachers I had that were, oh my gosh, so difficult, and teachers I loved. Basically, the things I wanted to repeat and the things I didn't want to repeat, and why I learned that. I love that book because everyone who has been reading it, they write me and say, thank you. And I said, what do you like about it? They do. You made me see my world differently. I know more than I thought I did. I said, exactly. Everything's a lesson. And you've got to just break your little life into pieces and realize that you're learning, good or bad, from everything you experience.
Amazing, amazing. You're such an inspirational person, I'm telling you. We need more people like you, Michelle, in the world to change lives. No questions about that. What fascinated me is your driving thought. Every day is a gift. Tomorrow is never promised. And every moment is an opportunity to be the best version of you unapologetically. What fascinated you about the Powerful Group platform, and how would you utilize this platform to amplify your driving thought?
Changing the world. I mean, money does make the world go round. And with the Powerful Group, by bringing these huge investors and coming together is really the biggest part. That's why I like the Powerful Group. Bringing people with like-mindedness together and compiling our knowledge, our resources, and making something move together. That's why I like the powerful group. And how it's going to benefit me is I love changing lives. And by being part of the powerful group, you just amplify me. I get to reach more people than I normally would. I mean, I have a TV show out in the Philippines, a live stream called Mental Shift, and I reach millions of people with that.
Yes.
You're going to give me another platform to be able to reach more people. My mission in life is not to play small. My mission in life is to get my voice out to as many people as possible so they can be the best them, so they can be part of a powerful group. They create their own in their own communities so that they can make a difference in this world. We are all been given a gift, something very special that each of us have. And so many people sit on their gift thinking they're not good enough. Well, this is what I love about the powerful group. We are going to enlighten people in the masses to go.
Yes, absolutely, yes. Yeah. So, Michelle, powerful group looks at life the exact same way, which is a garden, a beautiful garden with so many different varieties of flowers and plants all in it, And why would someone try to even sort of break one branch of that out when all of us can be together as one life, one people, and one future for all of us? And that's the goal of Powerful Group. We want to be able to help the world from the industrial standpoint, from the business standpoint, and our young adults who need this inspiration, as people like you, to inspire them. I think what else can be better than forming something like a powerful group that inspires you in all directions? And that's why we want all the powerful people like you to be on the platform, so we can inspire young adults, our next generation, to think in a different manner and give them that confidence that they need to build themselves and build their future. As a closing note, Michelle, is there anything specific that you might want to share with our audience? As you know, it's a global audience.
Well, you have to understand, my audience is global. I don't think neighborhood. My neighborhood is everybody. I wrote a quote during my brain injury time when I was locked in my mind. And I've kept this quote and I wrote it down because it applies to everyone. So the world is everyone is always worried about change. Oh my goodness, change is scary. Oh, this is bad. So everything, all of my growth parts, everything that made me the woman I am has been massive, fast, scary change. So this quote is, change is an emotional journey. It's not rainbows and butterflies in a field of daisies. Change is uncomfortable, and it forces you to evaluate who you are. The beauty is in the possibilities. So that is the message I want to give to everyone out there is, don't be afraid of change. Go towards it, because on the other side of that change, that thing that scares you, is everything you want.
Awesome, Michelle. So for our audience, if you would like to be in touch with Dr. Michelle Mras, please visit our website, powerfulgroup.com/connect, and you will be in touch with Dr. Michelle Mras and get all the advice, all the energy, and all the positive things that you need to do in your life, and she's the one. So thank you, Michelle, for your beautiful interview and inspiring not only us here right now, but also the world.
Thank you.